right, it's another episode of the Pin High Podcast presented by Pin High Media. This week we're going to talk about Justin Rose's first win in 4 years. He's back. Patrick's winner pick last week. Also, we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. He won the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am part, and this one's just for Trev. Is he a Sandbagger? I don't know. We'll find out.
People are saying
And
you should go. People are saying you should just be a professional golfer. That's just
yeah,
that.
that's what
But
that's what people are
that's not me.
saying.
It's people. Yeah.
Yeah, and then lastly, we'll make some picks for the WM Phoenix Open, one of our favorite events, first elevated event of the year. So excited about that one. So let's get into it.
This is Jordan Spieth here, and
This is the Pin High Podcast.
All right, let's get inside the ropes. AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. What a weird event. There's no other way to like say it. I mean, it was a weird week of golf. We had some wild weather this week where ultimately we had to have a Monday finish, which I wasn't expecting for sure, but is what happens. And Justin Rose comes out on top. Pat's pick from last week, so maybe not that hot of a take, but first win in 4 years, which I was kind of amazed when I saw that stat.
Yeah. We talked about him a little bit. We thought about picking him for like a split second, and then realized like no, he's not gonna win. Pat picked him obviously, and then the weather seemed like it was crazy and all over the place in terms of wind and hail, and they stopped play. And then amateurs, you're playing three different courses. Like imagine like all those players and all those amateurs trying to figure out when they can play certain courses, and then they're back on Sunday morning. And I don't know if they usually play on Sundays, but they didn't play in the final round this year. It's because of probably the pace of play and getting everything in. And
Yeah.
I mean the whole back nine for Rose and the leaders was on Monday morning, which is weird. Just we didn't even know where to watch the golf event on Monday morning. We're like,
Yeah,
do we
we
go
had
to
to
is it
find it.
Peacock, NBC Sports? I think it was broadcast by CBS, but it was on NBC Sports. Like
Yes,
it was
correct.
so weird. Yeah.
Yes, that was a weird one. Yeah, and the whole amateur aspect of it just makes it a logistical nightmare when you have to, have play suspended on multiple days, and like there was no way it was going to finish on Sunday, which kind of sucked. But yeah, I mean Justin Rose really got it done this week. I mean, who else was at the top of the leaderboard? I feel like everybody who was near the top just kind of like fell off after that whole like hailstorm like break in the action where Rose just kind of played pretty solid golf all the way through. Mount
Who was it?
Nadi fell off a little
Keith
bit. Heath
Mitchell,
Mitchell fell off a little bit. I mean, Rose ended up
Joseph
winning this one
Bramlett.
by yeah, Bramlett too. That Rose ended up winning this one by 3 strokes.
Yeah,
Um,
it was pretty in hand by I think like he made a birdie on like the 13th or 14th hole of the par five, and then it was pretty. By that point, you're like, all right, it's kind of over. Like
I mean,
Brendan Todd was the
Denny
one who
McCarthy
had a
came out
chance.
hot on
Yeah,
Sunday, and then the whole hail thing happened, and it just like derailed his round.
he kind of he kind of got screwed because was it like I thought it was when he was what shot 29 in the front, and then it
Yeah,
was going to end up being too dark, so he was going to have to stop and play most of the back nine in like tougher conditions, and the pros are going to end up playing in,
I
or
mean,
like
yeah, it
sorry, the
started
pros,
hailing in the middle of
the
his
yeah,
round.
and the other like rows and the leaders played the back nine in super benign conditions the next morning. It just luck of the draw, I guess, where he had to play better the first few rounds, but it just seemed like he kind of got the short end of the stick on that one for sure.
I mean, yeah, I'm here on the PGA Tour website. First of all, PGA Tour website, they have like completely changed the website.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh, that's
brand
a game changer.
new. Don't know if I love it honestly, but
Well,
I
it's
like
like the
I like
app. The
seeing
app
like
is
the stats and stuff, but right now I don't. I guess there's a tab for stats. Yeah, there we go. Completely
okay.
changed.
It
Wow,
looks
there's a whole new way of going through this, which I was kind of unsurprised. But yeah, McCarthy, like he had to like in the final round, I think he was rushing through some of these holes at the end because he started off so hot in the front nine and then just kind of cooled off when the weather
yeah.
got a little weird. There was one like shot on CBS which was crazy. They showed a shot on the backside of the course and it was just like hailing like crazy, like you could barely see it, like hailing. And then they go to the next shot, and it's on like the other side of the course, and it's like just completely sunny out, like
Yeah,
nothing had
like
ever happened.
that's so
That was
awesome.
just like wild. I don't know if they were on like a tape delay or if it was really just raining on one side of the course, but like
I know,
really
like that,
drastic
like
changes in weather.
that was with yeah, well, like within like 5 minutes of each other, like and like maybe it was completely opposite sides of the golf course, but it was
Yeah.
still just that was really cool to see. That's what makes Pebble so unique too. It's like yeah, this is 3 golf courses this week, but having a place like that where the views and you can kind of have weather like that and the wind like that just makes it. And maybe not for this tournament in particular, is because I feel like everything I've heard, this tournament is definitely more for the people there and the amateurs, and even the players seem to like it and like embrace it if they're coming there. But like for the fans at home, you're like, you're not. This isn't one of the big tournaments, and but like even for this and this weekend, especially the U.S. Open week, whenever they go there, it feels like there's no other place in the world you'd rather go than Pebble Beach, even if it is whipping 40 miles an hour and you're there and like you can say like, oh, I hit a 7-iron on hole 7 or something like that. Like that's just the only place in the world I feel like you can do that and watch on TV and be like, man, I really want to go there when the conditions are that tough.
Yeah, it is a bit of a crazy one, and whatever. Like it's been so dry in California all of a sudden now, like it's raining every time they go to California. So
Yeah.
that's something that takes some getting used to, like right now. So yeah, but good on Justin Rose. It's good to see him back in the winner circle. You know, he's kind of a guy that I like to root for. I think it's good when he plays
Yeah.
pretty well. I wonder who's going to be the next one to kind of come back after a long couple
Well,
of
it's
years.
like hopefully Jason Day, like it feels like it's 2015. Like Ricky Fowler
I
played
know we're
well
going to
last
the
week.
WM this week. Ricky Fowler,
Yeah.
Arizona. I don't know. I don't know.
Who knows? That'd be something else if he won this week of all weeks. But
Yeah,
no,
I hope they
I'm
do.
happy for Rose too. I think he'd been playing sneakily well, and it paid off. And now he's like maybe he's back in the Ryder Cup. He'll probably be in the Ryder Cup team, and which is good because the Europe needs all the help they can get pretty much in the Ryder Cup in terms of some of the players they have or had playing. Uh, like no more Poulter and everything, or I don't know, Paul Casey or people like that. But
Yeah.
it's it's just good to see him play well. Happy for him.
Yeah. So I guess moving on to, this is Trev's favorite time of the podcast. Let's
Yep.
let's let's hate on Aaron Rodgers a little bit.
This segment was made for me.
Yes. This
What?
is specifically for Trev. Aaron Rodgers wins the pro am part. Him and Ben Silverman. I think they won by one stroke at 26 under. One shot clear of the Peter Malnati's partner and the retired president of FedEx or whatever, Dan Coleran or whatever his name is.
Jeez.
But yeah, um, Aaron Rodgers playing at a 10 handicap in the Pebble Beach Pro Am, and
Which,
they
by the
gave him
way,
that handicap apparently. But
well, I apparently I heard because apparently I heard it's whatever your handicap is the year before, and I don't know if this is true, but wherever your handicap is the year before, it's something weird like that.
mhm.
Um, so because like Hugh played well, he's not a 10 handicap like by any means.
Yeah,
Um, and also, do you want to know what Ben Silverman, what his result was this week?
no, what was it? I don't even know.
He was cut.
He was cut, but they won the Pro Am.
Yep.
Huh. A little bit of yeah, he's sandbagging a little bit, huh? Aaron Rodgers must have played that well.
I think you should. I think you should play. I think you should start playing professionally. I think you should just quit after his 4-day hiatus in the dark
Dark
house.
room, yeah.
Yeah, dark room. Hopefully, comes a realization that the PGA Tour is the place for him, and he tries to. His soul breaks as he tries to qualify for the Q school and everything like that. I think that's the right move. So
Or just take the Tony Romo path of playing
yeah,
in random events. But yeah, no,
yeah, but
Aaron Rodgers,
I don't want to see more of him though. I just want to see him lose.
Aaron Rodgers, like low key putting himself in concussion protocol this week.
Yeah,
So,
he's yeah. I don't know what his deal is.
He's going to the same
he's
dark
got
house that they sent Tua to at the end of the season, I'm sure.
yeah. He's got
But
issues.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers and whatever, he had the trophy on the McAfee show this week, saying that everybody's hating on him, but if you have the trophy, you're the winner. I
Yeah.
don't know. So I don't know. We'll see what happens next year in this Pro-Am event, which it's always funny to see like who is at the top of the leaderboard when it comes to winning.
Well, which I realize like I feel like the reason that they don't have this during the week during like the NFL season, especially like we talked about last week. I think I said switch the weeks to the farmers and the Pro-Am, just to viewing wise. But I feel like the Pro-Am needs like the guys like Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen. They need people like that just to move, like Patrick Mahomes if he's not playing Super Bowl probably. Right. Brady, like I don't know if Brady's ever played in it, but if actually he's probably been in the Super Bowl every year.
Basically, during basketball season, Steph Curry can't play.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think if it was in the middle of summer, which again that's a whole different conversation for schedules and everything like that. But like I don't know, maybe Romo plays, maybe Steph Curry. It feels like it just like they need the sports guys to stay afloat, and that makes sense though.
Yeah,
it's not
I didn't see a
play.
whole lot of amateur shots this week. I did see a couple of Josh Allen shots. I think he like shanked one of the ones that I saw, which was funny.
I saw him pick up a ball and throw it over a tree instead of actually hitting it, which is funny.
I think he hit one like in the water on 18, like on the left side, and then whatever celebrity was up after him, like just hit an absolute like he just topped it. So it's kind of funny seeing those shots two in a row, and then like Keith Mitchell gets up and just like stripes it down the middle.
God, it's got to be so hard for, like, imagine if you're trying to play well, and like again, I've heard these guys love it and they embrace it and they know like that's what they're here for, and like they help out, and a lot of like I heard Saleh from No Laying Up talking about his experience. He played in it. He said like the guys were like some guy could have easily left and played in the Monday qualifier, and he just like he stayed around. It's like no, like I'm here for like we're playing this. Like don't worry about us. Just like make like putt out, do whatever you have to do. But it's got to be like if you're playing with someone who's like a 20 handicap, it's got to be hard to
a little bit brutal. Yeah,
maintain your focus
too.
Yeah,
I guess
I wonder like
that's what you're signing up
wise,
for.
Like I wonder, like I don't know how like the selection works, but I wonder if personality wise, like people have to match up. Like you can't have someone who talks too much with someone who like wants to be kind of his own. It's interesting. So
yeah, definitely an interesting event. I actually kind of like that they have like one event like this. Maybe I don't really like that it's at Pebble Beach, but is what it is.
Again, like imagine Pebble Beach is like as like the tour championship or the match play or like anywhere else, like a very important tournament. But they also have the US Open, so like that's the tournament that people look forward to in Pebble. Yeah, exactly.
And they have the 3 courses and all that. But
exactly,
it is a bit of a weird event, but kind of happy to be over with that one. Yep. Also, I mean, one other thing, CBS has been doing a pretty new thing the last couple of weeks. I don't know if we like even talked about this last week. Max Homa was mic'd up last week. Keith Mitchell was mic'd up this week, just like in the middle of the round. They like go down to them while they're walking on the fairway and like they're doing interviews with them, which is something that's pretty new. I kind of like it.
I like it. I think it's very. It's just different. Like they needed something different.
And whatever, it's not really affecting their play. Like
no. Well,
Max Homa won last week, right? When he was one of the guys, and then Keith Mitchell this week
was in contention.
T4 this week. Like people might be lining up for this being mic'd up because it may yield pretty good results so far.
It came out, it came out today with Cantlay. Cantlay said he wouldn't be one of those guys. Just but that's not for him, which is that's not surprising at all. Yeah, but there's got to be a few guys out there that won't do it, which again Cantlay is not surprising. But like I think Rahm would be great at it. I think Rory would be very interesting. Like JT and Jordan would be super. Like Jordan would be hilarious. Oh my god! Yeah. Like they could like you basically already hear every word he says.
Yeah, no, you get that dialogue. With
like you get the guy. Like didn't
Keith Mitchell did it this week.
Yeah, didn't his caddy call him off the shot? at
Yes,
one point.
he
Yeah,
did
like
back
that,
him off a
like
shot.
that's very cool. Like that's just something you don't like. I didn't watch it. I didn't see it this weekend, but that's something you don't really see at all during like I haven't seen before at all.
Right.
And being able to see that just gives it like, all right, this is something new and like something we can look forward to. Like I was looking forward to Max Homa on the 13th hole at Torrey, and I can't imagine like who it'll be this week, or like what if it's 16? Like what if it's
Mhm.
like 16 on Saturday and they do like one of the par like 15 on Sunday? Like it's really cool the way they the amount of options they have they can go with this.
I mean, yeah, in the era of PGA Tour, Netflix, and social media and all that stuff,
Hmm.
it's really a no brainer. So I kind of like that CBS is kind of changing it up a little bit and doing
I
some new
agree.
stuff.
Did
Um,
you also see the ball tracker? I saw this like once. It was like it's like on it was on a par three, like the fifth hole. Like they hit the shot and you can like they have a diagram of the green on the bottom right corner of the screen, and it shows where they think the ball is gonna land. Like it shows like a dot where the ball is gonna land. And like it's pretty
hmm.
accurate, but
Oh yeah, like a prediction, like the prediction one. Yeah,
yeah, but also like it also like kind of like takes out like the suspense of
right.
it, you
Yeah,
know?
I'm
Like
not. I
it's
don't love that one as much.
no.
I yeah, I did see that.
I
I'm a
feel like
little
that's
more
just
confused. Like,
that's a little too much.
why are you trying to predict where a ball is gonna land when it like 2 seconds later it's just gonna be like in that spot?
Yeah,
You
and like
know?
and you don't want to see in the right like you don't want to see as soon as the shot hits where the ball is gonna land. It takes all the suspense out of
Yeah.
it, and, like the momentum. Like what if it's like a big moment, and what if it's 16 in the waste management in the final round, and someone sticks it to like 2 feet, and but you already see it 2 seconds earlier, and you're just waiting for the reaction. Like that just seems counterintuitive. Maybe for certain holes it would work, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, but you know, I
Yeah,
like that they're trying new things. So you know, maybe
exactly.
they'll come up with something pretty cool. You know, like the at Kapalua, the drone shot of the ball rolling down
Yeah,
the fairway, that was
exactly.
sick. Like
Oh,
they
imagine the
do stuff
drones
like that.
this
Yeah,
week at a WM with the
yeah,
scenes with Super Bowl. Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
yeah. This week's gonna be great. I guess moving on, Live Golf has zero revenue according to
I
a
saw
report.
that. Yeah.
Honestly, not very surprising. Like, obviously, they didn't bring in any like sponsors last year, and they were paying players, so it does make sense that they had zero revenue. Maybe this year they'll have something, but just
And
a weird report to see.
we've talked about it and have seen so many reports and seen so many other people talk about it. Like this is not it's not even like a business model. Like you're paying all these
No,
players
yeah,
so much money, and then like it just turns into something that you can't sustain.
yeah.
Like no
I
one of
don't
these
know
guys,
what the
no one of these executives are leaving all over the place. You know?
yeah, I don't know what the end goal is here. I mean, again, maybe it's just sports washing, and they do have endless amounts of money, and that's just what they're going for. But yeah, I don't know what the end goal is, but it is funny to just see a report like that saying zero revenue for Live Golf. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. They had
I
no
mean, who
sponsors.
knows? Maybe Greg Norman is the next one to leave.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see about that.
Maybe on his deathbed, but
Oh, did you hear about? Sorry, last thing about Liv. I don't know if this was mentioned last week. I think it came up after last week. Liv is purchasing a huge chunk of land
yes.
in North Augusta.
Patrick and I were talking about that on the train last week, and yeah, that'd be crazy if they just built an exact replica of Augusta right across from it.
And they're planning on playing it like
The Live
having an event
Masters.
potentially, yeah, like the week before, week after the Masters. Like how petty would that be?
That would
Uh
be sure one way for all the Masters, like guys who've won Masters championships to not be invited back.
yeah, oh absolutely. There is no if they do that and like they play in that, there is no chance
I
Masters
mean,
back invite guys.
I kind of want to see them build the exact replica of Augusta. Like, imagine if they built an exact replica. It's just like a public golf course that
Oh
like
my
people
god.
could go play, and it's
And
just
then
the
they
same
just show it
thing.
on TV once a year for the
Yeah,
week before. But I
yeah,
have a friend who lives
it would ruin
in
it would ruin
Augusta.
Augusta.
I have a friend who lives in Augusta, and I told him like if they ever build it, you have to go check it out. You have to give me the scoop. Let me know. He said he lives like you show me a picture
Mhm.
like of the land where it's circled and marked off, which apparently it's like way too big of a spot for a golf course anyway. But and then he showed like his apartment's like literally a block down the road from where they're building it.
I mean, literally, they could build the exact replica of Augusta, and then it could be a public course where people could go play. Your cameras could be out, and all of that stuff, and it just completely ruins Augusta National and like the
Exactly.
mystique
Well, what's
is
the?
Augusta.
It's just hilarious. That something like that even came out or is even a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they end up doing with that land, but
Yeah.
again, that's what I would do with that land. I would build Augusta National like north. Yeah, I mean, I guess one more thing on Live while we're on the Live subject. I don't know if we mentioned this last week. Bryson's just not using Cobra
Mhm.
anymore. I think we like shortly mentioned it last week, but yeah, they said that he's not currently signed with them. So he's using a sim or not sim, a stealth 2 driver, I think, these days. So
Yeah.
just something to keep an eye on. No sponsorship for Bryson. I feel like he was a big part of Cobra. The one length irons that Cobra sells and no one else does. Like if Bryson leaves, do they get rid of those? I'm sure those aren't huge sellers anyway.
I wonder if he keeps the irons just because they are one length, but I don't know. I mean,
PGA Tour Live Golf
it's
Pros these
just
days with the tour trucks, they can make them whatever they want.
oh,
So
absolutely, yeah. It to me, it's just like who cares? Like I don't care about Bryson anymore. I don't like it's interesting, but at the same time, like why would Cobra want to renew? Like he's not gonna get any exposure really. Like he's just gonna
yeah,
maybe his YouTube channel. I
I
don't
mean
know.
majors, I guess, but that's probably about it.
Yeah, but like even then, like how
Long drive.
he didn't play well at majors last year. Like
No, he
yeah,
didn't.
give him a long drive sponsor or something. Like I
Yeah.
don't like he might need that more than he does the actual playing clubs. But
I
yeah,
mean, I guess the YouTube eyes, like he does have a pretty like
he
decent
does.
YouTube channel, and
He
like
does a
all these
decent
club
following.
like manufacturers are going towards YouTubers now anyway. So there probably is like some substantial need for a guy like Bryson on their
Yeah,
roster. So yeah, I don't know. It's just something to keep an eye on. And then one last thing, Super Bowl media day, and Super Bowl is kind of the
I didn't see
same.
this.
It's coinciding with the WM Open, so obviously all the golfers are in the area as well. I think Justin Thomas took a little trip down the media day,
That's
and was
fun.
just kind of
Like
asking
that's
questions at media day.
they should have had. I mean, it would have been funny if he like went like a disguise and like tried to interview players and reporters and everything like that and ask like stupid questions like ask like golf related questions like saying like say just saying like who you got for the waste management like asking Nick Sirianni who you got for the waste management this week
I mean, I think he was
you got any top 40
asking.
bets.
Justin Thomas was like asking Jalen Hurts if he claims Alabama or Oklahoma because JT is like an
Oh, that's a good
Alabama
yeah.
guy.
And then JT went to Alabama. That's funny. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, but so like he was just like on the floor at Super Bowl media day, walking around. Which whatever Super Bowl media day is crazy. Like some of the questions that are asked,
Oh
Trey,
yeah,
just like how do you let these people in there?
yeah. What Nick Sirianni got asked if this is a must-win game. Like, what kind of question is that? Of course, like no, it's not a must-win game. They also have next week too. I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is kind of interesting though that you have the Super Bowl and the Waste Management Open all in the same weekend, same week. It is just crazy week to be in Arizona, especially
Mm-hmm.
the Phoenix area. So yeah, I'm very excited about the golf this week, and I feel like that's the perfect segue right into skins and into some picks and preview
Yeah,
Waste Management Open. So let's get into that.
I am super pumped for this week. Like
Yeah, Waste Management is gonna be great.
this is like we're really excited for the waste management in general, but having the top 23 players in the world and the way and Super Bowl week and it's the waste management and
And
it's
it's an
like
elevated event, and it's $20
yeah,
million. Like
it feels like it's almost like major level excitement. It's like the majors, maybe the players, like this might equal, and it's the first one, but like it might equal the players in terms of excitement and uh
wow.
like a full first like yeah like Century was a first elevated event, but this is a full field like 150 players or whatever it is, like not 30 guys, you know. So
Yeah, I'm
I'm
excited
pumped.
about it. I mean, just getting into the course, I feel like we all know the course at this point, but
Yeah.
yeah, par 71, just over 7,260 yards, Bermuda grass, there's some fescue and rough, but it is on like the shorter side PGA Tour courses, and all the par fives are reachable in two. I feel like the middle of the course difficulty, like in terms of PGA Tour difficulty, like the final score usually ends up between 16 and 19 under, give or take. Uh, Pretty large greens, and obviously 16th hole, the stadium hole. Last year we
Yep.
saw mayhem. Wonder if there'll be a hole in one this year at the 16th hole. It was last year, so. Just some key stats, strokes gain approach, birdies are better gain, strokes gain on par fives, and strokes gain around the green is pretty important as well. Obviously, Scotty Scheffler won last year. That's kind of started his run. Um, Brooks Koepka won this event before Webb Simpson, Ricky Fowler, Gary Woodland, Taki Matsuyama. So kind of a wide range of golfers. No, like they're not all the same type of golfer. We have some short hitters, we have some long hitters. So it is an interesting week for picks when it comes to picking somebody to win. And we were going back and forth a little bit in our chat. Who are we going to pick for our pool this week? There's a lot of guys who have good course history here.
Oh, it's like there's Xander. We picked. My personal pick, I think, is Finau, just because he's played well here. He's playing well. Um, but like I think I don't know if we officially decided on Rom, but like
I mean,
it's like
I
here
do
in
very much.
Torrey.
I do like Xander a lot, but there's the
Yeah,
reports this week that he has a back injury, and those
which
linger.
watch like imagine if it'd be the opposite of this time, like where we back off of Xander and pick Rom, and then like have like obviously we picked Cantlay already, but have like the alternate is Cantlay, and then Cantlay wins this week, and then Rom won
Yeah,
in Century. Like it just seems like it's too perfect. But I
I mean,
like
yeah.
I don't know. It's the JT is good course history. I like him a lot.
Even Hideki Matsuyama's won this event twice, like and
Yeah,
T2, T4,
Ricky
T8. Like
Fowler.
he's pretty good. And Ricky Fowler, Justin Rose won for the first time in 4 years. Ricky Fowler might have to come back and win for the first time in who knows how long.
Well, it's also a fun week because like we don't know like when was the last time Rory played here. Like
Yeah,
we never
I
see
have no
Rory
clue.
here. Like Tommy Fleetwood's his first time here. It's a lot of guys like you don't really see here that much that are here, and
Yeah,
so
Rory's played here
it's a lot of
once.
fun.
Rory
Yeah,
did
like
play in 2021. That was it. Um,
that's so awesome.
T13.
That's like all these guys are here. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it
it's so
is
much
great
fun.
to have the top guys playing all in an event, especially like this. Like the PGA wants this to be a flagship event. I mean, we saw what happened
Yeah,
last year. It was a crazy tournament last year, and 16 got even crazier than I thought it would ever get. So yeah,
yeah.
PGA Tour wants this one to be
I don't know if I could
flagship.
top that from last year. I unless there's a hole in the one, which it feels like there should just have to be one every year. Like should there be like one just magnet and a ball and just bring it to the hole and like
Yeah, right.
make it a
Just
scene.
completely random. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It is a wild event. The greatest show on grass is what they call it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I guess getting into picks, who do we want? I mean, Rory's been super hot lately. Obviously, there's John Rahm we still have in our pocket. Xander, good of course history, but the back injury, JT, good of course history. Like, there's so many guys you could pick this week. I feel like
Yeah.
if you're an elevated event, we got to pick one of the top guys, though.
I feel like this is just the week to pick Rom. It's this for Tory. We already skipped Tory. We used Finau and Tory, but he doesn't. He's never finished worse than T16 here. Like he just doesn't. He's never won. So like maybe he's due for a win, but he's like T5, T16, T11, T10, T9, T13, T10, T10. He's always right there, and you can argue he just hasn't. He's playing as well as anyone or better than anyone in the field, maybe besides Rory. But Rory doesn't have the course history. And
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean, I just looking at the stats for this week, like strokes gain approach, like it does fit to Rom's game quite well. Again, it is a little concerning that he hasn't won this event, even though he's finished top 16 every time. Colin
yeah,
Morikawa kind of comes to mind. I know he's only played here once, but like he's been like all the events that he's played this year, pretty much he's been in the top 6, I think. I mean, obviously
yeah,
he fell apart earlier in the year, but he's pretty good course history. Tee to green, he's probably one of the best players in the world. If he has an okay putting week, he could win the event. I don't know. I feel like we say that about him all the time, but it is
yeah.
true. This does
It's
feel like a good course fit.
from what everything I've seen a lot of course history matters. And but then again, like Tagala played last year for the first time and went crazy. Like I like him a lot too, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
Cantlay played last year for the first time, second place.
I feel like if we don't pick Rom this week, we're going to be thinking about
A major, probably.
like, well, when do we pick Rom again? And like we're going to be debating it the whole rest of the year. Like,
Yeah,
and
I know. It's like, do we save Rom? Do we pick Rom? We got to pick him at some point.
like I think I don't know. We might have to decide this in the group chat because we need Patrick involved too. But I don't know. It just feels like we can't go wrong with Rom this week. And if he wins, he's great. If he doesn't, like he's not going to finish worse than T10 probably. Like he's just not. Like he wants like I feel like the elevated event almost helps him just because I think he wants that all the guys there. He wants to challenge Rory. He wants to beat out the guys in like the biggest stage so far this year. I think that elevates him. No pun intended. Elevated field.
Yeah, elevated field. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I feel like Rom might be the pick, but yeah, we will probably have to discuss with Pat because there's third person.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pat, under the weather, so he's on the
Yeah.
IR right now. Yeah, I guess just talking about some guys off the board that we might like. Been looking around. I kind of like JT Poston a little bit. He's like way down there. He has like decent course history. He's been playing well this year. Yeah, he's made the cut every time he's played here. Corey Connors, big ball striker, actually has been playing well recently. Kind of under the radar, has been playing well recently. Kind of like him as a ball striker again. See if the putter gets hot for him, but I do like him. I don't know if you have anyone on your list of.
I think Chris Kirk is playing very, very well.
Yeah, I like him as well.
2 top threes in his last 2 starts, and he has decent course history. He could be someone for a DFS play maybe, but I mean, other than that, I think I don't know. Is this the Pete Dye course? No,
I don't know. No, not enough water on this course to be a Pete Dye course.
I like. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I think like someone like Aaron Wise is also good. I feel like he's due for like kind of for a great week. He's played okay. I mean, it's Tom Kim. Obviously, he's a little bit lower down. Cameron Young feels like a guy who might just dominate this place and reach all the par fives and 2 easily. Like kind of like Brooks Koepka, overpower it.
Yeah.
Ricky Fowler, who knows? He's pretty down there in the leaderboards on the
especially
odds
after
list,
Rosie's won last week. Who knows?
Yeah, we're in 2015, so who knows?
Did somebody say JB Holmes? What?
Oh my god! Apparently, he has sponsors exemption, right? In this week,
yeah, he's down there somewhere.
Yeah, down there somewhere.
He's been playing a lot recently. I like your guy Neesmith a little bit this week. He's been playing well.
Ooh, love that.
Yeah, he's a decent pick. He got cut last year, but he does have a T7 at this event, so good for him as well. Yeah, there's some guys to pick for this event, but I feel like strategy if you're picking in a one and done pool, like you kind of gotta go for big guy this week just because of the size of the purse. Like you need to get that money, get a win, hopefully. So
I agree. We need a big guy. I think Rom is. I just think we can't go wrong. But we were disrespecting Scotty too, but we haven't even mentioned Scotty all year. It feels like.
I know. It is kind of crazy that we haven't really mentioned him, but he's still one of the top players in the world, obviously. So, yeah, he's definitely someone to watch out for. But yeah, and I feel like we mentioned a lot of our guys here.
Tom Hoagie is 95-1. Like he's hitting the ball, like strokes gain approach as good as anyone in the world, essentially. Like he is crazy good. It's like I don't know. That seems like, and he's not bad course history, but I don't know. Something to think about.
Tom Hoagie's been very good at stroke scan approach this year.
Yeah,
he's the early leader for our stroke scan approach winner.
Ball
striker. Yeah. So I feel like we covered that pretty well. I'm very excited about that. Guess we should get in the clubhouse to round out the week.
Yeah.
You just went to the range, huh?
Yeah, it sucks. The beginning of the year always sucks because I feel like I'm thinking of a million things. I need to like just like narrow down and stop watching all these swing videos on Twitter and TikTok and
I'm a
everywhere.
swing video guy too.
I see a
they're
million
hard
and
to
I just like,
avoid.
oh, it's so hard to avoid. But I think I need to cut it down and only watch the things I want to watch. Only watch like 3 or 4 things. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna focus on this year and then move on. But then I say that every week and it doesn't. And then I screenshot 20 more things that I want to look at. But
You're the guy at the range with all the training aids, like all at the
I
same
wish.
time.
I wish. But no, I need to play against it. I might play next week. I'll be at the beach next week, so maybe I'll play if depending it's warm enough. But that'll be TBD. This week is all about just watching golf, Super Bowl, and college basketball is still going strong. So
Yeah, I really can't pick a better weekend here. With just the quality of event. Even though the Eagles being in the Super Bowl ruins it a little bit, but if they lose, it'll all be fine. Yeah, there's a lot going on this week, and I'm very excited for this event. Especially it being in Arizona and the Super Bowl being in Arizona, it's just gonna be crazy.
yeah, well, it makes me jealous too. Like everyone's in Arizona having a good time. Like we need a bucket list. We need to go to this event too one day just to experience
go
it.
out at 4 a.m. and sit out there on 16.
Just one day, one day and do it.
You just gotta do that. I feel like that's a one and done. You do that once, and then you don't have to do it ever again. So
yep, never, ever again.
It's funny, like you forget about like the whole rest of the golf course is still pretty solid too, but like 16.
Oh yeah, like 15 is electric. Like the par 5, 17 is incredible. It just I don't know. I really want to do that one time in my life.
I'm already seeing the Pro-Am celebrity. I mean, we're a day late here on the podcast, but I'm seeing all the Pro-Am celebrity shots. A-Rod hitting it close on 16.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw the Pro-Am is stacked, which obviously Super Bowl doesn't. Makes sense, but it truly is insane how many people are at the Pro-Am too.
Yeah, it is just a crazy week to be in Arizona.
And then we have next week we have the show.
Yeah, it's true.
Can't wait for that.
I'm very hyped about the show as well. Yeah, I've been hearing a couple not spoilers, but like some people have had early access to the show. A lot of the golfers are talking about the show. Like, should be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Apparently,
Cantlay, I don't think is, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Apparently, like each episode they spend like on 2 golfers, I guess. So like they're like kind of
okay.
Yeah, you get like an.
I feel like I have such high expectations that it won't live up to them, but also at the same time, it's like I have no idea what to expect really. I just know it's going to be interesting, and they're going to follow these guys around, and like we'll see what happens, see what it's like.
Yeah, I heard Tony Finau's churning a lot of heads with this show. Apparently,
love it. He's awesome. A lot of
Tony Finau
he seems like a great guy. So yeah. He's not picked this week. Who's your pick this week? If you had to pick,
I really like Morikawa. I think Morikawa's the pick this week.
Yeah. All right, Morikawa, Finau. I don't know. Pat picks. Patrick Rodgers.
Patrick Rodgers.
Yeah,
I feel like Pat's picking Sam Burns this week. Don't ask me why.
I like Sam Burns.
I don't know how we didn't even mention him earlier, but
yeah.
We have a minute 20 left, so I feel like this is a good time to round out the episode. Yeah, I'm super excited about this week. Super Bowl, Waste Management Open. It doesn't really get any better than that. So
nope.
Yeah, enjoy the golf and the football this week, and we'll see you next week.